Hello everybody, this is Badger Wild and we are back with another Space Engineers ship build video. Now, today we are continuing, or starting, I should say, one of the two. Let me bop my mouse there. A mothership for the Graboid. Now, if y'all remember the Graboid, this was the ship that y'all voted for MCR in colors and asked me to build for y'all. Now we could take in, it carries almost an entire large small ship cargo container in a very small compact frame to give you a great bore miner for getting into a position and just boring in and getting stuff done. For that today, we've got to build a mothership, because once we fill this thing up, we got to drop everything off. We've got to take all of our equipment, all of the stuff that we've put in here, and put it back into a new ship. So without further ado, let's get started. So first thing I need to do is I need to figure out how I'm going to build this ship. I kind of want to go with a bit of an asymmetrical design. I would like to do asymmetrical or a symmetrical design. Depends on how we're going with that. I do want to do maybe a single engine system in which we can have just two large hydrogen thrusters propelling this thing with a set of ion thrusters providing the rest of the propulsion. We'll have our construction capabilities on one side of the ship, in which we'll have our factory and everything on the side, converting all of our wonderful ores into ingots, so it'll be much easier to store. And on top of that, we'll be able to not only store a good amount of ingots, but we'll also be able to put, well, we'll be able to do a lot more than what we normally could. So let's start out here. We've got the Graboid here. We know how this is going to work. I think on one side of the ship, we're going to have Graboid. We're going to have the docking area for the Graboids, and probably even a maybe some sort of build bay so that we can build a new Graboid in case the absolute worst should happen. You know, pirates come up, hit the Graboid, and just sear right through it, tearing it and destroying it completely. So to solve that, I think I'm going to put a 3D printer on board to print up new Graboids when we need them, and we can just fill this sucker up and just go right in. But right now, let's figure out how we're going to do this. So problem one, we are going to need a lot of hydrogen storage, and this is not a combat ship, so I'm not under a big amount of push to skin it very heavily. We're going to skin probably the parts where you're going to be operating in, but the actual area where our containers and everything is going to be at, that's going to be its own area. Probably going to put the containers, like I said, we're going to put storage and factory area, probably have two large refineries in there, as well as a basic assembler somewhere inside. Or we'll just have one of each. So that's what we'll do. We'll just do one of each. That way we can start constantly refining the whole time, and we'll do at speed to refine, or maybe more than that. And that way, while we're out there pulling stuff in, that one refinery should be enough to catch up any refinery. Then we'll put two on. I don't know how we'll do this. By the way, starting off, I'd really like to get the engine mode, the engine figured out on this thing. So, and I've got an idea for it. Where is our large, where's our thrusters at? Number 4, right here. We've got a nice large thruster. There's a big one. And we're going to turn this thing here and press R, so we get the big thruster. You can see the size of this monstrosity right here. This is just perfect for what we're wanting to do. And we're probably going to drop him right there. And I think we're going to set that there. And then I'm going to allocate some of the same retro thruster systems you see on here. Let me pull this off. Remember when we did these thrusters in the last video? If you haven't seen that, go back and check out. But we're going to put this type of small thruster grid all around it, or this big grid right here. And like I said, we're not doing this asymmetrically. So, or we're doing this asymmetrically. We're not doing this. We're not doing any symmetry here. So the ship is going to be. Ship's probably going to be irritating some people. I'm going to just say that right now. We're probably going to irritate some people with this ship. We're going to try and go for as much of the industrial look as possible. So, first things first, let's slip on through here, see if we can get this. I think we're going to start this as the rear engine first. And at the same time, I've also got to figure out where to take this, because I want to be able to put at least 4 of these on here. So I want 4 onto, where to go? Right here. 4 on this. So, here is, okay, we've got this stuff. Where would we put this? Where are we going to place all this stuff? Go to number 2 here. And like I said, I kind of want to do a series of retro thrusters on the back, similar to what we did on top. So we'll try this for a moment, just to see what it looks like. Kind of give it that weird looking omnidirectional thrust. And a look here. It looks a little too janky. I'm not too thrilled with it, so we're probably not going to do that. Okay, so let's consider here. I'm probably wanting to keep this probably 1 thruster's height at the very least. At least this is what I want the internals to look like. At least 1 thruster in height. And then I want, or 3 blocks tall and 3 blocks wide throughout the ship. So let's go ahead here while we're at it, because this is a big ship. It's going to be a fairly large one. Let's go ahead here. I'm just going to throw a couple of blocks here so I can see what it is I'm doing, because I need a guide. There's nothing wrong with doing this, guys. Nothing wrong at all. Because if you got a guide, you know how this is going to go down. Okay, and out to there. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I'm not going for an insanely perfect length here. I'm pretty sure we're going to cut a lot of that off. But this is going to give us a nice amount. And if you are wondering how I'm putting blocks on like this in multiples, it's just pressing Control and then pressing and holding your block place. And then if you're wanting to do it with like an area, you press Control and Shift. So we have this here. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add, I'd like to figure out just how wide we need this. So judging from this, let's do something here real quick. We have our graboid. This has got to dock with it. This has been made. We're making a ship for this. It's kind of opposite of what I would normally do, but let's find the number 2. No. No. R. Okay. That's locked into place. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to see. We have that locked in. This is going to give me a rough idea of what my docking bays are going to look like. 2, 3. It is a little odd looking. So we're looking at probably a 5 block wide docking bay. Maybe a little more. 7. Okay, so we're looking at maybe 7 blocks wide. So, for my docking bays on either side, I'm going to need at least 7 blocks for the docking bay. That's interesting because that's going to provide length, and I want to put 4 of these ships on there. So let's go down here, and we're going to do some color coordinating right now. We're going to do some color coordinating. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Let's go with yellow real fast. I'm going to ball back here. Probably right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that's 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that makes our 4 docking bays. You can see just about the length of the ship now, which has got me realizing we have that going. This is going to be a fairly long ship to design it and figure out. And on top of that, I've got to figure out this thruster here. I also want the actual bay to be right here. This may actually end up being the reverse of the ship now because of that. And like I said, I want none of this ship to look asymmetrical at all. Or I want the entire ship to look asymmetrical. I want none of it to have symmetry right now. Because that is just going to be... It's going to take away from the ship too much, I think. And we're going to try some different techniques, try some really good decorations and whatnot. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to get this thing to operate and work. So we got this going. Let me think here. Where is our... Do we have a assembler anywhere here? What's number 8? Is number 8 the assembler? I forgot. Okay, so that's our industrial assembler right here. I kind of want this thing. Kind of want it right over here. You could get me here. And I also need to see, let's go to G here. I don't have my refineries in place. I'm wondering what kind of refineries would look good here. We have this giant refinery, which we could just add everything to. And it'll just refine no matter what we do. And I can more than likely easily hook this up to the side of that. No problem. We could run 2 of these. The problem is the these parts on the back here have to be exposed. I kind of want to expose them, but then we got this. The only way this works, folks, the only way this thing works is if it's looking that direction. So let's see if I can just shove that right there and see what... Okay, we'll have 2 of them right there, right next to each other. That's probably more than enough. Creates kind of a cramped situation there, which you'd want to have with the ship. Probably could do 2 refineries, but we've also got to do an engineering area at some point. So, decisions. Let's grab number 8 and see what that looks like over here. Okay, so that connects right into it. I can put something down there. I think we could almost make this airtight. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if this would be airtight or not. It is one of those things. There's just so many things you can do right now at kind of bothering. Let's go ahead and throw a gravity generator on here with a... So I can walk around in this thing while I'm figuring it out. Where's my gravity block? There it is. 7. The lag. Oh, no, not that. There we go. And number 5, we'll just throw a cheap reactor on there. All right, yeah. That'll just make all kinds of noise when you walk by it. We got this, and then that becomes the start of the next area. Pretty much. I can... let's hop up here and take a look here at what we got. What can I do here? We can add some batteries in here, I think, which would take away from the engineering aspect of it. But let's see what a battery looks like right there. A warfare battery look like. That's where it's supposed to be. 1, and you would have 2 there. Not helping, in my opinion. See, this way you've got at least one assembler, and it would work. The problem is you can't add another assembler to the other side because of the way they're designed. There really needs to be a mirror tool which just shifts everything around the opposite direction. That would be nice. We have this figured out, and I think I've given myself enough room for the walking area. Let me look. Here I need to add... that there. This is probably not where it's all going to stay. Like I said, we're just figuring out the ship right now. I think this is enough room in here to add a nuclear reactor just for the ship, and maybe possibly 4 hydrogen tanks, or I'll just put the hydrogen tanks on the outside. So I don't want to do... I kind of want my bridge to be on this side of the ship, and we'll have our main engine thruster come through the ship, and then we have this area here. Let's go ahead and pull out these here. Put this here like so. That there like so. How many frost did I put that on there with? 1, 2. Put 2 on there. Let's just go ahead and hit 3 maybe. We're going to do about 4 of these. I believe that's 3 there. And I want like a full service area where I can walk through and look at all of them while we're operating here. I'll try to make that look good. And then on... I don't know where we're going to put the hydrogen at, because we're going to need not just hydrogen for the ship, we're going to need hydrogen for the small ships as well, for the graboids when they come in. And then I've got to somehow use the rest of... May pull these back a bit more, I'm not sure. Or I may just cram them together and just shove something in. I may cram them together. We'll do that instead. We'll put them in there with about 1 block apart. And 1 block difference. That gives us plenty of storage on this thing. There we go. 4 large cargo containers are more than enough to run something on a ship. And we've got that area over there, or I may move the refinery all the way over here. I don't know. Seems like a good idea in my opinion. But we'll put, I don't want to put these back here like so. Them here. Put our production and storage on one side of the ship with our primary thruster on the other side. We got that. Then we can just add this over there. That'll give us a good understanding. That'll keep the ship kind of compressed, in my opinion, really well. So now, first things first. Great. Oh, great. And here we got this connect up. I'll have to do something in there. Connect it all in. And probably do some internal hydrogen tanks, or we'll put hydrogen tanks on the outside. I don't know. What do y'all think? Maybe put either. We can put the hydrogen tanks on the inside or put them on the outside. We're going to have this here. I may that are running that up there like so. That'd be good. And then just run a pipe going around the side there. So we could do that. The problem is I have trouble hooking it up to generator. I wanted to do that, but I think what we'll do something else here. We'll flip this like I was not planning to do. This isn't going to help me much. All right, I can connect that there, and all that will be connected. The problem is I'll have to work around all the extra stuff, which is annoying. It does put it all inside the ship, though. So that would be a plus. But then if I go the other direction with this, it would probably look a lot better. If I could set it in like that next to it. So you can still get in and out of it and get around it. Decisions. That's all this is coming down to, is just straight up decisions. Oh, wait a minute. We could do this. We could do this instead. Hang on. We'll spin this around where it connects in there. And I could connect the one there. And then go number 8 right here. Connect that in. And then I could cut this section out there maybe. And just create like a walkway that goes underneath and up and around. So that one could then walk around and inspect some stuff. I don't know what we would do with the top layer, because I kind of don't want to do the top point of this. I don't know. This is very nerve-wracking right now because I'm trying to figure this out. Let's try trying to get what you want out of a ship. You're going to use the heavy armor blocks because I just like those better. Aesthetically, that is just what I like. Now, this is where the real fun part starts, because I don't know how this is going to go down. Brings it down to the bottom of the ship like I'm wanting. The kicker now is, will it get airtight? And that is the one fear I have right now, is that it will not become airtight at all. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Okay. So we have that hooked there. We can add whatever we want. And then you can walk right in and just come down here to the build area where we're building stuff. And then I can come up with something to go down in here. We'll have multi-layered area back in here. And then we'll have this section with all of our cargo containers. And then we have our engine in the back here. And on the other side, we'll have the docking bay for our graboids. And then somewhere up here, we're going to have a facility that builds a graboid somehow. I'm going to need a means to build a graboid. I don't know how this is going to work, but it's like, this is how we're doing it right now. And then we're probably going to have an area in front that'll work. I don't know how we're going to set, because it's going to get taller before it's over with, because I am planning on setting some ion thrusters on top back here, building a big giant thruster bank in the back. Actually, we'll just throw that on there now. Let's do these types of thrusters. I do like these. We'll throw these on. That'll be one major thruster there. And one major thruster there. And you can see the height of this thing already is going to be impressive. So it's going to be a fairly tall ship. We're going to have a lot of firepower, or not a lot of firepower, a lot of storage. So 4 large cargo containers right there, or I can increase that at any point in time. It doesn't bother me to do that. That would be a reason to expand these out a bit more. Move them. And then I could stack 2 on top of each other. But then I lose having them sticking off the side of the ship. So, yeah. we're gonna run into that. But we haven't even gotten the bridge figured out yet. Well, we got this. We got 2 refineries on there. Let's see. 2 refineries, and we have access to the ships. Let's grab the graboid up here. And let's dock it real quick. All right, we're going to probably delete that. Whoa, now. Whoa, now. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, gravity drive got in the way of that. All right. About had a problem there. We about had a major situation there. Anywho, let's hop in the graboid here. Let's take her over there. We've apparently got a lot of, yeah, we're apparently pulling some weight right now on the graboid. So I need to see where the graboid's cockpit comes into play. Oh, we went a little too high. I have to figure out this docking bay thing pretty quickly. Here. Oh, and number 2. So now this might actually make the taller deal make more sense. Because coming out here, we're not going to be able to just hop in. I want something kind of like that. Not entirely. So, and then where is my catwalk? Okay, so there's the catwalk going in. And there you go. You just run right up to it, hop in, and you come right out of the doors right here. You see how this whole system kind of works at this point. And then I can taper this and then do some elongated stuff around there and work that. But you see how the graboids would basically move right up into it, latch on, and then you'd be able to just do your thing at that point. You'd be able to hop right out, go right inside if you had to. You can see that we have the height here. And that is just the thing. We've got the height and I've got an area to work with. So I'd have to make this area kind of work to an extent and figure it all out. But unfortunately, that's all the time we got today, folks. I'm working on this right now and we've made progress. We have a rough idea of how this ship has to function and how it's going to have to operate. As well as I'm going to have to figure out some engines on this thing. I'm gonna make this thing so asymmetrical it's gonna bother people. I promise that. But hope you guys did enjoy watching me build this nice little ship we're gonna work on, this mothership. It's called the Obsidian Dawn, and I'm gonna try and make it. Well, I'm gonna try and make it a ship that a lot of people want to just pick up in the workshop and just run with. So hopefully I can manipulate some stuff in such a way that, or manipulate the ship design in such a way where we don't lose any oxygen. I can keep everything running. I'm going to have to build an oxygen level. We're going to have a fairly good amount of hydrogen storage, in my opinion. I may do that externally. I don't know. Let me actually tell you what. If y'all have made it this far, tell me what y'all think about this. Some external hydrogen storage on the side of this thing. Tell me what you think about that. Just tell me what y'all think about that as a design idea. Having the hydrogen on the side like that, and then these bays, because the bays are going to stick out really good. I may move that a little bit forward because I've got to do some manipulation of the thrusters and everything. So may make a few maneuvers, may not. I hope you guys did enjoy this start of this build. I know y'all have really enjoyed watching the graboid, and y'all really enjoyed watching the last couple of Let's Builds. As usual, put in the comments anything you would like to see me try and implement in this mining vessel. As usual, this is going to be called the Obsidian Dawn. So we're going to have our primary thruster in the back and then our bridge. And I think I'm going to run the main thruster through the ship and make all of that work to an extent. I'm probably going to expand upon this and build it. This is all the yellow is just me mapping out where this is going to have to go, where we're going to have to put things, and I may build another ship right next to it. I don't know. We may use this as a template to work with, and then we'll build another one on the other side. But anyway, folks, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Again, thank you all for watching. This is Badger Wild, signing out.